Welcome to Bagavatam Upanyasam, Canto 11, Chapter 3, Text number 31. Smarantaha smarayantascha mito gaugaharam harim bhaktya sanjataya bhaktya bibhrati utpulakam tanam. Word by word, meaning synonyms. Smarantaha, remembering. Smarayantaha cha, reminding. Mitaha, one another. Aga ogo haram, who takes away everything inauspicious from the devotee. Harim, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Bhaktya, by devotion. Sanjayate, awakened. Bhaktya, by devotion. Viprati, possess. Utpulakam, agitated by ecstasy. Tanum, body. Translation, purport given by His Divine Disciples of His Divine Guest Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The devotees of the Lord constantly discuss the glories of the personality of Godhead among themselves. Thus they constantly remember the Lord and remind one another of His qualities and pastimes. In this way, by the devotion to the principles of Bhakti Yoga, the devotee please the personality of Godhead, who takes away from them everything inauspicious, being purified of all impediments. The devotee is awakened to pure love of Godhead, and thus even within this world their spiritualized bodies exhibit symptoms of transcendental ecstasy, such as standing on the bodily hairs on the end. The word aganuga, haram, is very significant in this verse. Aga refers to that which is inauspicious or simple. The living entity is actually Sachidananda Vigraha, eternal and full of bliss of knowledge, but by neglecting his internal relationship with Krishna, the personality of God, he commits sinful activities and undergoes the inauspicious result in the form of material suffering. The chain of sinful reactions is called Aga, or relentless wave of suffering. Krishna is Aganuga Harim. He takes away the sinful reactions of his devotees, who are thus entitled to experience the inconceivable bliss of the kingdom of God even while remaining in this world. The words Bhaktya, Sanjayata, Bhaktya indicate that these are two divisions of Bhakti Yoga, Sadhana Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti. Srila Prabhupada has elaborately explained in his book, The Nectar of Devotion, the process of the devotee from Sadhana Bhakti, the execution of the regulative principles to Raganuga Bhakti, or service executed in love of Godhead. According to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, the Thakur, a liberated soul is always enthusiastic due to appearance of transcendental ecstasy within his body. Thus he always aspires to remain overwhelmed in chanting the glories of the personality of God. Hari! Kvachit rudanti achyuta chintaya, kvachit dashanti nandanti vadanti alaukikaha nrutyanti ghayanti anusilyanti ajam bhavanti tushnim param etya nivrutaha. Om Agnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sashri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Vishakan Vitam Sa Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Mahajai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. So here in this verse, the Navayogendras, one of the Navayogendras answering that to King Nimi about Smarantaha Smarayantascha Mito Agaha Haram Harim. That is very important line, Haram Harim. So whatever the inauspiciousness things or qualities or whatever the gunas the devotee has, the devotee, the Hari, he will burn everything into ashes, because the devotees of the Lord constantly discuss the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead among themselves. So whenever the devotees gather, whenever the devotees come together, so they never discuss about Prajalpa. They always discuss about Harikatha, or they always exclaims Krishna Prashna. So no Laukika or no material things, no mundane things, and they never expose it to any sort of actions which are not related to Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. That's why they constantly remember the Lord by glorifying or by remembering their glories, by remembering their pastimes, for the pastimes of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So not even a single moment they can stay or they can pause the time without remembering Krishna. That's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyadimam namaskaro mame vachasi yuktam te atmana mad parayana. Krishna says the 4 sutras that always remember me, pay obeisance to me, become my devotee and worship me. Remembering is a very great art. One can remember Krishna by glorifying his holy names, by discussing about his pastimes. Like once what happened, there was an argument in between the Devatas, like Indra, Vayu, Agni, all these Devatas were discussing that who is supreme among them and who is the more powerful than us. Then what happened? The argument was very heated. Then Indra, the king of heavens, sent Agni Deva and tried to find out who is the supreme. Then what happened? They want to find out who is supreme. Then the Agni Deva went there. Meantime, Krishna came as a Yaksha, in the form of Yakshas, and he was Agni Deva saw this Yaksha and asked him and questioned that Yaksha that you know about me, you know who am I? And Yaksha said, who is Supreme Personality of God, said, I don't know who are you. Who are you? I don't have any idea about you. You don't know about me that I am Yagna. I'm Agni Deva. The whole world knows about me. How much ever the powerful it may be, I will burn into ashes. Such a powerful man I am. Okay. Oh, you are very such a powerful man. I don't know about you. So let's test your potency. Then the Yaksha, the supreme person who is in disguise, gave just a blade of a grass and told him to burn this blade of a grass. Then Agni Deva tried so many times, then he was not able to fire just a blade of a grass. He was so disappointed, he was so embarrassed. And then he came to know there is no powerful man in this creation, but this person must be a supreme person. Otherwise, there is no one equal to me. There is no greater than me. Then he came back to the Indra and said, and Indra asked him, what happened? Who is the supreme? Have you found out that? Then he doesn't want to express his embarrassment, and he was feeling guilty. So then, therefore, Agni said, Sari, there is no one such supreme. Let us not discuss about that matter. So let's forget about that point, and there is nobody is superior. And then Indra suspected that he is not getting the right answer from Agnidev. He sent Vayudev. So he sent Vayudev, and Vayudev also saw this Yaksha and asked Yaksha that, you know who am I? I don't know about you. Maybe you are an insignificant person. I don't know. Why should I know about you? Then the Agnideva said, you don't know about me. You are telling I am insignificant. See, I am Vayudeva. If I blow, the entire whole world will get into. It will blow off anything. I can blow off the entire world. Such a power I have. I am the Vayudeva, I said. Okay, the same test has been applied to this Vayudeva also. Okay, just blow this blade of a grass. He gave that blade of grass to Yaksha, gave the blade of grass to Agnidev, and Agnidev trying to blow. Nothing happened. Not even an inch of a blade of a grass has been moved. So then he thought this must be a person who is supreme. Then he went off to Indra, said, let's not discuss about that matter. I didn't find any supreme person. Let's forget about it. Then Indra voluntarily went and saw, is there any person is there? Then meantime he got disappeared. Yaksha got disappeared, the supreme person. And Ramba was there. He was asking Ramba, have you seen one Yaksha here? Any supreme person here? Then Ramba was using the sarcastic statement to Indra. You are all great demigods, powerful gods, powerful devatas. You have a lot of potency. And you are not in a position to find out or analyze or understand that the powers of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He told this statement, he went off. So such a powerful person, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he may come in any incarnation. So just to make us understand that the power given to us and the potency given to us should not be misutilized, or we should not take any pride, or we should not have any false ego regarding our legacy or regarding our the position what we are holding. So it's a very good lesson in the Brahma Vimohana Leela that one should not forget that we are all servants of Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we can never be boss to Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we can never be greater than the Lord or equal to the Lord. We are not even equal to his dust particles of his lotus feet. So the devotee will always, devotees will not show their pride, or they will not show their arrogance, or they will not show their capabilities or talents in front of Supreme Personality of Godhead. They always remain loyal, they always remain humble, with great humility, they will always behave. For such persons, the Supreme Personality of Godhead removes all their inauspiciousness. He haram harim, because they always try to please the Supreme Personality of God in all aspects and in all angles. So while trying to discharge their pure devotion service. They will get romanchak, and their tears, they shed tears, what can say, the pleasurable tears, and their hairs will stand on the end, and they will be rolling on the ground. So they will get all sort of ashtavikara, the symptoms of transcendental bliss. So because the Hari, he takes away his, the very meaning of the Hari is taking of all the sinful activities, taking of all the sinful actions. Harinchu means burn all the sinful activities of a pure devotee, so that he can be eligible to go to the kingdom of Godhead. Bhaktya Sanjayata. Bhaktya means there are two types of devotions. There are two divisions in Bhakti Yoga. One is Vaidika Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti. Vaidika Bhakti means some vidhi is imposed on particular sadhaka. That means vidhi means you are forced to do some sadhana, like getting up early in the morning, performing Mangalarti, and all sorts of sadhana by reading Srimad Bagavatam, chanting the holy names of the Lord, discussing with the devotees, distributing Lord's literatures. All this comes under sadhana bhakti, that is vidhi. Vaidhi means vidhi. You are forced to do. By doing this forceful activities of devotional service, one day it will become Raganuga Bhakti. There you shows love towards Supreme Personality of God. You show some pure attitude, or you will express your love towards Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's called Raganuga Bhakti. Spontaneously you will be rendering devotion service without any force or without any demand. Text number 32. Kvachid rudanti achyuta chintaya kvachid dashanti nandanti vadanti alaukikaha nrutyanti gayanti anushilayanti ajam bhavanti tunsim param itya nirvrutaha. Having achieved kvachit, sometimes rudanti, then cry achyuta, of the infallible Supreme Lord. Chintaya, by the thought. Kvachit, sometimes. Asanti, they laugh. Nandanti, they take great pleasure. Vadanti, speak. Alaukika, acting amazingly. Nrityanti, dance. Gayanti, sing. Anushilyanti, and imitate. Ajam, the unborn. Bhavanti, they become. Tusnim, silent. Param, supreme. Itya, outtaining. Nivrutaha, freed from distress. Translation. Having achieved love of Godhead, the devotees sometimes cry out loud, absorbed in thought of the infallible Lord. Sometimes they laugh, feel great pleasure, speak out loud to the Lord, dance or sing. Such devotees have transcendental material conditions life. Sometimes imitate the unborn Supreme by acting out his pastimes, and sometimes achieving his personal audience, they remain peaceful and silent. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Srila has explained the symptoms of a love of Godhead. Rudanti, the devotees cry, thinking, another day has passed and still I could not obtain Krishna. Then what will I do? Where will I go? From whom shall I inquire? And who can possibly help me reach Krishna? Hasanti, it's late night, the sky is dark, and Krishna is determined to steal from the house of one of the elderly gopis. He is hiding underneath a tree in the corner of the courtyard belonging to one of the cowherd men. Although Krishna thinks that he is completely concealed, he suddenly hears a voice from one of the elderly members of the family. Who are you there? Who are you? I say that thus Krishna has been caught, and he begins to flee the courtyard. When this humorous scene is revealed to the devotee begins to laugh heartily. Nandanti, when Krishna actually reveals his transcendental form to the devotee experiences the highest transcendental bliss. Vadanti, the devotee says to the Lord, O Krishna, after so many days I have finally achieved you. In all of you devotees' senses are observed in Krishna, the devotee has successfully transcended the material condition of life. This is indicated by the word alaukika, or the transcendental platform is explained by the Lord in Bhagavad Gita. Mam chayo avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samaitityan brahmabhoya. One who engages in full devotion service, who does not fall down in any circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. According to Sridhar Swami, Ajam Harim Anusilyanti Talilam Abhinayanti. Anushilyanti indicates that our extreme ecstasy, the devotees sometimes imitate or act out the pastimes of Supreme Lord. This ecstatic symptom was magnified by the gopis in Vrindavan during Krishna's absence. The 21st verse of the chapter, it was stated that one who has understood that there is no happiness either on earth or in material heaven must surrender at the lotus feet of bona fide spiritual master. Tasmad Gurum Prapadyate Jignaso Shreya Uttamam. The following verses gave many detailed instructions regarding the activities of a bona fide disciple. Now this verse is describing the mature fruit of a devotional service, namely pure love of Godhead. Everyone has opportunity to come to this platform transcendently bliss by taking the dust of the lotus feet of Krishna's representative of his head. One should give up the mentality of envy and false prestige and humbly take shelter of the mercy of the Supreme Personality of God. The spiritual master is to be considered the incarnation of the Lord's mercy. There is absolutely no doubt that a sincere soul who serves a bona fide spiritual master will achieve the highest perfection of life. Shreya Uttamam. He will enjoy eternal bliss, knowledge in the personality of the Lord. So this sloka fully elaborates and explains about the mood and the duties of a bona fide disciple and the qualities of a bona fide disciple. So the qualities of a bona fide disciple is when he is performing his pure devotion service. Sometimes the devotees cry, laugh, dance, jump, and also they feel very bliss. Such devotees having transcended material conditioned life sometimes imitate the unborn Supreme by acting out his pastimes, and sometimes achieving his personal audience. They remain peaceful and silent. Vishwanath Chakravarti has explained the symptoms of love of Godhead as Rudanti. The devotees cry. Rudanti means devotees cry thinking. Like in Vrindavan, the gopis will always, when Krishna left Vrindavan, the gopikas were crying always for Krishna's return to Vrindavan. They never forgotten Krishna, not even a moment. All the days they were remembering Krishna. All the days they were remembering Krishna, and they were crying, please return to Vrindavan, Krishna, please return to Krishna. In Ramayana also we can see Sabari. When the Sabari was cleaning the ashram of the sage, in that particular sage, the sage told to his disciples that one day Ram and Lakshman is going to come to this ashram, to this forest. So please, you people, do your devotion service and do your sadhana and remain silent, stay here so that you can have the darshan of Ram Lakshman. But when the sage left the body and went to the spiritual world, the devotees also left the place and they went to different, they've been scattered to different places. But this message was heard by Sabri, the great devotee of Ram, Lord Ram. And she waited. Every day she used to every day she used to long, crave for Ram Lakshman's presence outside the ashram. So today is Ram Lakshman is coming. Today Ram and Lakshman is coming. And she used to clean the ashram, and she used to put all sort of decorations. She used to decorate all the ashrams. So today is Ram going to come. Today she never got disgusted, she never got disappointed, and she never became monotonous. Every day she was so interesting to receive Ram and Lakshman, and she was crying, tomorrow definitely Ram and Lakshman will cry, tomorrow Ram and Lakshman and she was so happy. And even gopis also in Vrindavan, they used to dance on each other. They used to dance together, like how they were dancing with Krishna, and they used to cry because Krishna has not turned up. And also they used to keep butter the elderly gopis used to keep butter in the pots so that Krishna will come and steal the butter. But it is a very interesting lila that Krishna, the very intention of keeping butter in the house of elderly gopis in Brajabhumi is only to steal, is only because to please Krishna. But at same time, when Krishna comes and steals the butter, they used to go and lodge a complaint against Krishna to the Yashoda Mata, saying that your Krishna steals butter in our house, also he makes our house unclean. So that was the pastime, because they deliberately wants Krishna to come to their house. Every gopi was waiting when this Lalla will come to my house, and another gopika will think, today Lalla will come to my house, today Lalla, that black cat will come to my house. Everyone was eagerly waiting to receive Krishna's presence so that they can steal the butter as well as the hearts of the gopis. That was the mood of gopis. That is the intention why they keep the butter. Because Krishna is so soft like butter. His heart is so soft like butter. So that's why that's why the gopis were had craving Krishna's presence, and they were longing, they were rushing after Krishna's presence to receive him and to make him steal the butter. But one day all the gopis planned that we will catch, because Yashoda Mataji was not at all listening to the words of the gopis. They were coming and complaining. Then Yashoda Mataji was replying that what is the necessity of Krishna, my Lalla, to come to your house and steal butter? We have so many cows in my yard. So many cows are there, 9 lakhs cows are there in Nanda Maharaj's Koshal. Among them, Yashoda Mataji selected some 9 or 8 cows where personally Yashoda Mataji used to milk the cow, because it has been used by Krishna, it has been served to Krishna. That is why personally she used to be there and she used to milk the cows, and from that cows Yashoda Mataji used to boil the milk and used to feed Krishna every day. So what is the necessity of me, my son, to come to your house and steal the butter? What's the fun? No, you're all giving wrong statements. Get out from this place, quit the place. Then everyone was challenging. Hey Yashoda Maya, see, one day we are going to catch your black cat red-handedly. And one day everyone conducted some meeting. In that meeting, they operated some tricks that will switch off all the lights and will keep bells everywhere so that we can catch Krishna, and so that Krishna will not be known of all these things. So in every gopi's house, they switched off the lights. They kept everywhere bells. Wherever Krishna comes, the bell should ring. And when Krishna came to know, because he is there in everybody's heart as Paramatma, as Chirodaksha, Vishnu, then when he entered one gopi's house, he ordered all the bells not to ring. So the bells stuck there itself. They never rang. And Krishna, as usual, climbed on the Gopa's shoulder, and the Gopa's shoulder Balaram climbed, and upon Balaram's shoulder Krishna climbed and stole the butter. And when he was about to take the butter in his mouth, then the bells started ringing. Dun, 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 dun. Why? Because that is the usual procedure, or when Krishna wants to have some prasadam, wants to have some bhoga, the bells will give him the musical ringing, so that Krishna can have the stuff very pleasurably, without any disturbance, or without any any disturbance. Like that's how happened. And then Krishna was caught red-handedly, and Krishna was brought before Yashoda Mata in a gunny bag. And when she was complaining, so let me see my son, show my son. Then when she took out that boy from the gunny bag, it was that Gopika's own son, not Krishna. So Krishna made some trick there, and then again Yashoda Mata, she received a lot of scoldings from the Yashoda Mai, and she went back. And again he saw, then Krishna was there in the bag while coming back from the Nanda Maharaj's house. Krishna was there, and Krishna was just ragging that Gopika. See, if you want to catch me, it is only by love and affection you can catch me. You cannot catch me red-handedly. See now what happened to you, how I got escaped, and how you got scolding from my mother. So Krishna was doing some pastimes. So there are like this, there are so many thousands and thousands of pastimes Krishna has displayed with his devotees, pure devotees. So by doing, or by hearing leelas like this, devotees will show their ecstatic symptoms of shedding tears and romancha kampa sutaranga bajo, as Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti says. The hairs will get erected, stand on the end. So they will show all their pure symptoms of crying, rudanti, and lalasaha. Lalasaha means and dancing, nritya. Vadanti means to speak. Alaukika means transcendental platform. So one who engages in full devotion service, Bhagavad Gita says 14:26. Mamsayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samaitityan brahma bhuya kalpate. If one wants to attain the Brahma stage, one should always engage in pure devotion service, who does not fall down in any circumstances. That is the pure devotee's symptoms. He will not fall down at any circumstances. Whatever problems comes, whatever reversals comes, whatever challenges comes, never no. He will never say no to Krishna. He will say always yes to Krishna. He will always serve Krishna. In spite of all these difficulties, miseries, challenges, in spite of all chaos, confusions, in spite of all mohas, the pure devotee will never fall down. That is called mamsya avyabhicharena. He will never fall down from his spiritual point. And also anusilyanti indicates that out of extreme ecstasy, the devotee sometimes imitate or act out of the pastimes of Supreme Lord, like Balaram. When he was Nityananda Prabhu, he was displaying all pastimes of, and all pastimes of Rama Leela and Krishna Leela to his counterparts, to his friends. In 21st verse also it is stated that one has to understand that there is no happiness either on earth or material heaven, must surrender at the lotus feet of bona fide spiritual master. So to approach Krishna, to go to kingdom of back to Godhead, one should approach the bona fide spiritual master, because the bona fide spiritual master has seen the tattva, because in 4:34 it is said in Bhagavad Gita that Krishna says that Jnaninam tattva darshanaha, pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshante jnanam tattva darshanaha. These gnanis, these gurus, bona fide gurus have seen tattva, and they can show you tattva by uh, guiding the pure devotee, by guiding the disciples who are very honest, who are very prideless, matsarya, free from enviousness. They can only follow the pure devotees. They can follow the footsteps of the bona fide spiritual gurus. So Krishna says in this verse 33, Iti Bhagavan Dharman Sikshan Bhaktya Tad Uttaya Narayana Paromayam Anjas Tarati Dushtaram Iti Tas Bhagavatan Dharman, the science of devotion service, Sikshan, studying Bhaktya, my devotion, Tat Uttaya, generated by it, Narayana Paraha, completely devoted to the Supreme Lord, Narayana Mayam, the illusory energy, Anjaha, easily, Tarati, crosses beyond, Dustaram, impossible to cross. In Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says that Mayam eti tarantati. Krishna says in this verse that if one wants to cross this material ocean or my external energy Maya, one cannot cross unless or otherwise if you do prapadyanti, if you surrender to me, if you do bhajan to me, then only you can cross this material world. Otherwise it is impossible to cross this material world. It is very, very powerful, it is very attractive, it gives a lot of allurements to you so that you can be rolled and rolled or fried and fried like vegetables. You will get fried in this material world. Unless or otherwise you do prapadyante, mayam etam prapadyante, mamevaye prapadyante, mayam ete tarantate. Krishna says, if you don't surrender to me, then it is very difficult to cross this material ocean. That is this material world. So thus the learning the science of transcendental service and practically engaging in the devotional service of the Lord, the devotee comes to the stage of Narayana Paraha, the love of Godhead. And by complete devotion to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, the devotee easily crosses over this illusory energy. So in this verse, it is also said that mukti is not at all a big issue for a devotee, because mukti is only a byproduct of pure devotional service. A pure devotee never ever tries for a mukti at all, because mukti, it's after all it's only a byproduct of pure devotional service. If one tries to attain pure devotional service, prema bhakti, one of the topmost 9 stages of 9 devotional service, Ado Saddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishta, Ashakti, Bhava and Prema. Nishta, Shakti, Bhava, Prema. Nishta. So the highest topmost stage is the Prema Bhakti. Once one gets Prema Bhakti, mukti automatically comes. There is no need to endeavor separately for the mukti, because in the pure devotion service, the devotee never tries for a mukti, liberation at all. Srimad Bagavatam also says that dharma porjita kaitavota dharmam nirmatsaranam satam vedyam vastavam atra means this Bhagavatam, atra Shivadam tapatrayon unmulanam. So if you want to get rid of these 3 kleshas, 3 gunas, so one has to take the literatures like Srimad Bhagavatam and read Srimad Bhagavatam, study Bhagavatam, distribute Bhagavatam, preach Bhagavatam, then definitely, but with nirmatsaranam satam, that means devotees will not have envy at all. They are free from enviousness. They are free from any sort of enviousness. They never shows any hatred towards any other person, and they will never be jealous or envious. They will always show compassion to other living entities so that they can be free from this this material garbage which makes us to take birth after birth after birth after birth. So Shivadam Tapatron Unmurayanam. Shivadam is very, very auspicious. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.1, Srila Rupa Goswami says that about the pure devotion service. What is pure devotion service? Anya Abhirashita Sunyam Gnana Karmad Anadrutam Anukulyena Krishna Silanam Bhakti Uttamam. The pure devotion service is no kama, no desires. Only one desire is to please Krishna or please Supreme Personality of Godhead. If one gives up all sorts of religions, whatever religion it is, Sri Dharma, Purusha Dharma, Raja Dharma, Guru, whatever Dharma one has, they give up everything and just surrender to him. And one should not have any kama, one should not have any desires at all. Then that is, but do devotion service anukulya, in a manner of favorably should do devotion service to Krishna. Then one gets the pure devotion service. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Please do share, do put your inputs. Please send your inputs in comments box, or if any thing goes wrong in my presentation, I beg your pardon, and at the most I will try, at least no, the thing is I want to try to deliver as it is given by our previous acharyas. If any comments, please post the comments in comment box. I welcome. If you have also any inputs, please, and if you have any take-home points, please subscribe to this, and please, it's not a point of subscribing, please spread this Bhagavatam message to everyone so that everyone should take up this Bhagavatam and try to read, understand and spread our Sanatana Dharma so that everyone can be flooding, everyone can swim in the ocean of Radha Krishna's pastimes, as it is sung in the Tulsi prayer that Sri Radha Govinda Preme Sada Jina Basi. So that we can swim in the ocean of Radha Krishna's pastimes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.